During the reign of Felipe IV of Spain, the Habsburg monarch was the most powerful ruler on the planet, holding a multitude of titles, including Lord of the Netherlands and King of Portugal, which led to numerous foreign conflicts. His policy was guided by his royal favorite Gaspar de Guzman, Count of Olivares, who aimed to achieve administrative uniformity across the diverse Spanish Habsburg realms in order to ease the financial burden of defending the massive Spanish Empire. These policies were fiercely opposed by the Catalans, who held the constitutional right not to contribute to conflicts outside their borders. In 1626, Olivares proposed a union of arms where each territory was required to contribute a number of soldiers proportional to its population, but the courts of Barcelona refused, resulting in their suspension. The war against France, starting in 1635, further escalated tension between the monarch and Catalonia. The French repeatedly threaten the northern border, and the Catalans are banned from trading with France, causing further unrest. In 1639, Olivares plans to compel the Catalans to participate in the ongoing conflict by stationing men in their country. Due to deteriorating military infrastructure, soldiers are forced to quarter in homes where they terrorize the populace with reports of religious sacrilege, destruction of property, and the outrage of women. President of the Catalan Generalitat Pau Claris travels to Madrid to plead with the king to pull the tercios out as the people were about to rebel. He then tries to mediate the dispute between the royal government and the Catalans without success. The monarchy demands they join the Union of Arms as well as to contribute to the war against France, which was refused. On April 30th, news reaches the Spanish government of a detachment of Neapolitan soldiers burned alive by their hosts. The Spaniards ordered retaliation, but by this time their treatment of the Catalans had ignited peasant uprisings against the foreign soldiery, which started in Girona in May 1640. And spread toward Ripoli and eventually Barcelona. On June 7, 1640, during Corpus Christi, a significant religious holiday, several hundred reapers entered Barcelona demanding justice. The viceroy was killed while attempting to flee, and the city was cleansed of royal officials while the people cheered cries of death to the bad government. And long live Catalonia and the Catalans. Pau Claris stepped into the power vacuum, but with social tensions between the urban and peasant classes, it was unlikely that they would be able to defend themselves from Castilian retaliation on their own. These difficulties led the Catalan Generality to request aid from King Louis XIII of France. The Castilian governor of Roussillon, who was aware of the contacts between the Catalans and the French, attempted to cut their lines of communication as well as to arrest the French delegation by seizing the city of Alsertet, but were thwarted by Catalan miquelets and 600 French reinforcements. Under George Stuart, the Allies would go on to sign the Surete Pact on September 7, 1640, whereby France gained access to Catalan ports, and Catalonia paid for a French army of 3,000 men. In November, a Castilian army of 20,000 men captures Tortosa. At the same time, Felipe calls on the Portuguese nobles to support the war in Catalonia. This in turn triggers a revolt which acclaimed the Duke of Bragança as king, as João IV on December 1. Meanwhile, the Castilian army seizes Cambril on December 16 and Tarragona on December 24, where surrendering soldiers and civilians were massacred, stiffening Catalan resistance. At the close of 1640, Habsburg Spain had never been weaker.